darlings, how's it going? My name is Craig, and welcome to kind of a year in review video, where I'm basically going to go over everything I've done with the channel this year, and everything I sort of achieved as a duelist, I guess, and I figured it would be a nice way to kind of wrap up the year, and yeah. So starting out with the obvious, I created TCF Yu-Gi-Oh this year. This channel was made this year, back in February. For those of you who don't know, I do have a main channel which I do video game reviews on. I also have a video game music podcast that I do over there, so you can go check that out. I'll leave an annotation here real quick, and link will be in the description. Annotation can go away now. But on that channel for a long time, before I decided to kind of privatize all my older videos on that channel and focus on the reviews and stuff, before I did all of that, I made a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And after a while, I just kind of found that the two audiences really didn't mix, the sort of Let's Play stuff I was doing at the time and the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff I was doing at the time. So I decided to scrap it all, start fresh on that channel with the reviews, and then I decided after a while I wanted to do more Yu-Gi-Oh content, so I made this channel back in February, like I said earlier this year. And from there, it's been pretty good so far. I've gotten a lot of support from you guys, and that is really fucking awesome. I can't thank you enough. I'm currently on 165 subs or so as of making this video, so I'm hoping that I can hit 200 subs by February of 2017, so within a year I gain 200 subs. That would be pretty cool. Alright, so the second thing was, again, earlier this year, I actually went to locals for the first time and only time this year. I'm not much of a locals guy because it's just a bit of an awkward process for me to go there. But more importantly, I met up with one of my friends, Harry, who's been my friend for a while now, and that was the first time I've really met up with any friends that I've known online for a while who live in other countries. That's the first time I've met up with anyone like that. That was a really nice memory for me this year. I really enjoyed that event as well and everything. I've covered this story before in my Storytime with Craig video, so I mean, you can check that out. You go to Storytime, so whatever the fuck I called it. Another annotation, it's gone now, I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, that was really enjoyable. It was really cool to meet Harry. And the decks that I picked up this year that are now, I guess, mainstays of my deck arsenal, I suppose. Most importantly, Metal Foes. The moment Metal Foes were announced in the LCG, they came out on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, I just fell in love with them instantly, and I picked them up, and I'm going to be doing a Metal Foes deck profile soon. It might be this year. I've also picked up Black Wings because one of my friends played it, and I recently picked up his collection because he was kind of looking to get out of the game. He sort of wants to stay, but I suppose he kind of wants to start fresh now and get rid of all of his stuff and then just go from there. So I actually kind of bought his collection from him, and I'm going to be helping him make an ABC deck so he can play that, because he's never really had a super competitive deck. If I help him make an ABC deck, get him the majority of stuff he needs and stuff like that, then that'd be really cool for him, just kind of start afresh there. So from that, I picked up Black Wings. I also picked up Battling Boxes, which I don't quite have complete. I mean, I have everything I need to play the deck, but I would have to swap over so many cards. It's a bit of a nuisance, so I haven't yet had chance to play those. I played them on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro quite a bit, but yeah, that's one of those decks where I have to just swap over so many cards to play it. You know, I like 2 Maxis, 2 Strikes, 2 Twin Twisters, an Instant Fusion, and like 10 extra deck cards. Like, it's just a nightmare to swap over stuff to play that. I also picked up and started playing Fire Kings, which I'm having a blast with. I really enjoy Fire Kings. I mainly have a connection to Garunix, specifically Big Daddy Garunix, Big Chicken, because a very close friend of mine who helped me actually progress a lot in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! He really enjoys Garunix. It's one of his favorite monsters, so I have a connection to Garunix through him. But I do have a lot of fun playing them. I love decks that can play from the main deck. It's one of the reasons why I really love UAs, because it's one of the few decks that you can just play straight from the main deck and not worry too much about the extra deck. So those 4 decks are kind of the decks that I've picked up this year and I've been playing a lot. Like I said, I still have a bunch of stuff I need to pick up so I don't have to keep swapping cards over. Just staples like Strikes, Maxis, Twin Twisters, Castels, you know, just staple stuff like that. I do pretty much have all my decks currently in the exact way I need them. I have pretty much all the cards I need for all of my decks right now, so I can play them all as complete as I have them on the sim, which is really fucking awesome. Hopefully, if everything goes right, I will have about 14 to 16 fully complete decks by the end of 2017. I'm just one of those people. I need to have those physical decks. If I really enjoyed playing a deck on the sim on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, I just need to get it in real life. I need to build it and have it and just play with the actual cards. I'm one of those people. And finally, I'm going to go over kind of some of the fears that I've gotten over, 2 main fears really, that I've gotten over as a duelist in 2016. I also covered this topic a little bit more in my top 5 rules to be a good duelist video, whatever I called that. Again, annotation there. It's gone now. But yeah, the 2 things that I got over. The first thing that I finally gotten over, which is something that's plagued me for a long time, I finally play Norden and Instant Fusion in the majority of my decks. I just could not stand Norden for such a long time. I thought the card was bullshit. I still think it's bullshit, but I'm over my fear of Norden now. I've gotten over the fear of playing it. I've gotten past that kind of I have better morals than you stage, which is a stage that a lot of people get into for a while. And I've gotten past that stage at this point and just accepted that this is something that I want to be playing to improve the consistency and power ceiling of some of my decks. So that's one big fear that I've finally gotten over. And the next fear is something that I haven't even really talked about on the channel before, but it's something that I was struggling with for a while. I did get over it quite quick, but it was a big stepping stone for me, and that is in my metal foes, I play Gofu. One of them fell, but I play 3, so luckily there's one to back him up. So yeah, I play Gofu in my metal foes now. I also play Zolkin, which I have in the extra deck. The reason I didn't want to play it for so long is because I didn't want my deck to be referred to as Zolkin Metal Foes or Metal Foes Zolkin. But in the TCG at this point, Gofu has just become a staple. So yeah, I just see it as Metal Foes. I don't care what other people refer to it as anymore. I just see this as basically pure Metal Foes. So yeah, those are the two kind of big fears that I've really gone over this year. I guess the last thing I want to go over is the video that took me the most time and effort of this year, and that would actually be my first top 5 video, my top 5 underrated equipped spell cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh video. That was the first top 5 I did, and man, I put a lot of effort into that. I really wanted to make that look as nice and professional as I could, but when I didn't get much attention on that video, I did push it and advertise it a little bit, which I don't do very often with any of my content. I tried my best to get as many people to see it as I could, but it didn't really go anywhere. It didn't pick up any steam. I think it got up to I think it's currently like 400 views or something like that, which isn't the worst in the world, but it's certainly, you know, not gonna help me gain many subscribers. So I did drop that and sort of go over more casual style for my top 5 videos, as anyone who's seen sort of that top 5 compared to my other top 5s would notice a difference. But that video definitely took me the longest amount of time. I did it all in one sitting, actually. I just came up with the idea. I went through all the spells in the game. I made a list. I made a script, which I just don't do for videos anymore because I prefer the casual style. It's easier for me to make videos. I did all of the voiceovers and editing and rendering and uploading. I did all of that in one sitting. It was like 8 hours, perhaps, in one sitting, 8-10 hours of just me sitting there making this video. When I say this video, not this video, that would be weird. I mean, like that video. But yeah, that definitely took the longest amount of time and the most effort to make. But anyway, that kind of wraps it up for this year in review. That's everything that I guess I wanted to cover. Just to kind of give a wrap up to anyone out there who's new to the channel, just that's a cover of everything that I've kind of achieved this year or done this year as a duelist. I also had a decent amount of success with some of my deck profiles, specifically my Ninja deck profile. I had quite a bit of success with that. I will see you guys early next year, and I will try to keep up on some of my series. I haven't really done many other Yu-Gi-Oh story time videos. I haven't really done many support reports lately. I did a few, and then I kind of stopped because I wanted to report on certain cards like Patchwork, but I was too busy playing the deck on Yu-Gi-Oh Pro, and I was too busy with other stuff at that particular time. But I will do my best to regularly update all of my series. I also want to be doing more dueling videos that I haven't done in a while. Most of my videos lately have been discussions or top 5s and stuff like that. I haven't really done any dueling videos in a long time, but I also want to do more in real life dueling videos. It is a little bit difficult for me because I only have one friend in real life that plays the game, so I'm going to try my best to go to locals more in 2017 and try to make some friends and actually get some more in real life dueling videos for you guys, because that's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. But anyway, as always, I'm starting to fucking ramble. I will see you guys next year, so thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate all of the support, and yeah, as always, take care and duel on.